very tight game, very compact game, especially if you look at how both teams played in the first half. We watched them play and we realized that they were direct in their approach. So what we decided to do is to leave Abet on top so that they could have 3 men and then launch the attack so that we can have more men in the middle of the park, win the first ball, and then when we get the second ball, if the opportunity is there to go into a passing game, we go into a passing game. If it's not possible, we also play the ball behind them, and out of that, we created a lot of chances in the first half. I think they look very compact in the middle of the park, especially Salim. He's an excellent player. He has a lot of vision. He created a lot of dangerous situations for us, but then I think Play was also up to the task to try and mark him out. So I think on the whole, it was a good game. Hassopo played very well. We must admit that they played very well. They had a good structure. They knew what they were doing in the structure. We also had a good structure. That made the game too very compact, very tight, and very beautiful.
Right, before my colleagues come,
I think we made them as a technical staff and made them to understand that individually they are good quality players, and that the demands of playing Kotoko cannot be just about 7 matches where we went unbeaten and then after that we did. So we had a lot of one-on-one sessions, we had a lot of group discussions, and then they all came to admit that I think we need to double our efforts in terms of the physical component of the game. So it was like an agreement, and then we got into it. So if you could see, they could run throughout the 90 minutes today. If you watch at Piana too, if you watch at Future Stars too. So I think once the coach and the players come into an agreement as to what to do at training and what they also want to do in the game, I think it gives us a platform where we are all ready to work. So I think that has actually brought about a turnaround.
I know one of my colleagues will definitely ask this question, but I'll preempt. I think since you took over Kotoko, you haven't lost to us in competitive games. What was been the trick?
I think it's all about trying to get ready for the game, every component of the game, especially when you are playing Hassopo, the physical component of the game. Hassopo comes with a lot of aggression, a lot of determination. So it's an aspect I've been working on anytime we are playing Hassopo in terms of the physical preparation. Well, they come in all out to make sure that they weaken you, and then when they get a chance, they score and then go to sit back and frustrate you. So once you let your players know some of these things, they also become mentally ready to know what is at stake. So it's a make or break anytime we meet them, as far as I'm a coach.
Right.
The goal came. I mean, look at the way we played. Look at the chances we created. I mean, Baba Yaya was about 5 meters or 2 meters away from goal. There was nobody there. He kicked the ball away. Abet had the goalkeeper one-on-one about 20 meters. I mean, so many chances. So if I look at the way we played and the manner in which the game was going to end, I was telling myself the game has not been fair to us. So, I mean, when the goal came, and then the celebration was predetermined. I had planned it in my mind at home that when we score, I'll move my tie and then go and say thank you to the fans. So it was a predetermined celebration, not a spontaneous one. Yeah, I think all these players are good quality players. We saw Bella, he's a killer. Upala is also a killer. Abet is also a killer. I think probably Abet in terms of strength, because the 3S, skill, speed, and strength. Upala is very skillful. He has the pace. He has the speed. It's like Carl Lewis. Bella has the skill. He has the speed too. Abet, they are all strong, but I think Abet in terms of the strength component, Abet is very strong. He fights to the last end. In terms of positional play, I think Bella, will stand tall between the 3 of them, because he doesn't really get himself involved in the game. He just loiter around, and then when the chance comes. But if you look at Abet, he plays with the team. He defends. Look at the way he defends. He defends, and then when we have the ball too, he goes on the attack. So that makes him different from the other two. But then Charlie, Bella, Mukwala, Abet, they are also.
You've been lucky.
And then my last year, is it the turning points indeed for you? Because your last 2 matches, you keep saying is this is the turning point. 3 matches, you won all. Is this indeed the turning point for Kotoko?
Where did I say the turning point?
After Ghana started, you said to him, after Future started, I heard you saying that.
Yeah, I mean, once a team wins, the players become confident and then they are able to get their act together. You see, when you win and you go to training, in quote and unquote, training is sweet. Whatever you tell them to do, they do it. But if you don't win and you go, even when the training is manageable, they don't enjoy it. So the fact that I say it's a turning point means that they are going to be more active at training. And once players are more active at training, let me tell you, they will translate it into the game. We train the way we play, and we play the way we train.
Okay, good.
It's something we must admit as a coach, to admit. If you look at the chances we created, we should have gotten to 90 plus 5 before scoring. We should have finished this game in the first half. But then, games between House of Folk and Kumasi Asante Kotoko, my brother, it's a different ball game altogether. Of one-on-ones. For instance, yesterday I went there in the morning and left there almost 4 p.m. So you can just imagine. I went there in the morning to the camp. I met them one-on-one. We had lunch. After lunch, I had to go to them, trying to paint that picture of how the Kotoko Hearts game looks like. Because I knew I was going to have a few who have ever tasted it before. Peter, Blake, Samba, I think I had five of them who have played Kotoko Hearts game before. So in team, yeah. So I had to do a lot of one-on-ones with them, and I think it's really worked. It's really worked. The one-on-one interaction gave them a clear picture of how it was going to look like. And I emphasize on the aggression component from Hasoko. Since I was a kid watching Hasoko Kotoko match, I've always seen Hasoko being aggressive because they have at the back of their minds that for Kotoko, that is what the belief that they have. So I've also decided that we're going to say, boy, hard, I think I wouldn't go direct, I'll use a backdoor approach. I think he's an excellent player. He's a very good player, very solid, very direct in his play. He played very well. I mean, I wasn't surprised when he was announced, proud to the goal as the man of the match. I mean, I didn't dispute it. But then I think Abed didn't think I would. Throughout the game, I realized that, and I told him before the game that he's an extravagant player. He tries to overdo things, so you should always make sure that he follows him until the action is over. So, I mean, I kept telling him in the game. I remember the TV people also asked me that they saw me asking Abed to go and go and go. But it's something that is typical of Osei, especially when the crowd is on his side. He just do something and then he commit an error. So I told him that I should keep going with him, and exactly that was what happened. So he's an excellent player. That's the right adjective I can use for him. But then I think he asked me whether I'll be sorry for the error he committed. It gave me an advantage. So I'll say let Allah to him.
Thank you.
He stays in between the two of them. And then Amoah and Osei, if they don't have the right communication, then it means the two of them will all be coming for the same ball. So once the two of them are coming for the same ball and they miss, and he's able to sneak out of them, then it's a danger and it's a chance and it's a goal. So that was why. And normally, when you position yourself in between the two center backs, the space comes behind the center backs. So the one with the ball will have to look at the space behind so that he plays the ball in there. If they try to lynch him, it's a foul. If they are unable to do that, he's going towards goal direct. And that was what Baba did in the first half when he played him on and he was one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But then Osei once again was excellent in trying to in defending that ball.
Coach, before you take the last question,
I'd like to see a lot of signings. That is, if all things go well. Yeah, we've started a lot of talking, and then we are sure that we'll get them. So we are hoping and praying that things don't change. But then even if they change, they still go in favor of us, so that we can augment the team. Once we have more quality in the team, everybody wakes up. Nobody turns into a sleeper train. You wake up, you know that when you lose your guard, somebody is coming to play.
A striker increasing.
We've already signed Kwampu, and we have other strikers who also join.
last one for Coach.
They were amazing today. And today, I didn't see anything like ranting. Anytime we made an error, Even when we had obvious goal scoring opportunities and we missed, I could hear them clapping, applauding them. And that is the 12th player we want when we are playing at home. In modern day football, you need the extra player to make the change. And the extra player is the ardent supporter who comes and then tries to support the team from the blast of the whistle to the end of the whistle. I'm sure if we see such attitude in the rest of our home games, these players will be more motivated. When you have one-on-one with them, they say, coach, supporters, when you have a true. Mistake back yeah, so the players themselves are aware of it. So once, as a coach, I keep telling the supporters they should also try and listen to what I say, so that when they come, they should try and be patient with us. When we make the errors, they should be patient with us. We are the very people who can make them sad, and we are the very people who can make them happy.
Thank you.
Media supporters. Some Bobo na supporters nation crying in my coaches are no media or because many now meaning that say come to because me bo have season pay or green peace but coach Enya Jidebo said like I'm the right person for that job. So the supporters and coaches now man crying said I have to do more for them.
Now, send a coach kind of they're now only unfortunately you've been to only coach I can say Pokuba, they are strikers, but by saying one we are leading striker. If whom you are and I say, would you move your team I am at him?
Media movie and movie. Some mobile become where maybe my show beshe. Team ni is a team no kuya also play now when you and opportunities be about who can be. So mobile no the mini I say muna become man so cry at Uba no so who shall no so beshe because in your goals. So me not just a game me man shall no beshe no man shall no beshe. Mobile no so you need to pass.
Apply one high.
Now push go about to me witness me be having an anti and me brother I say yeah bo match ni we ya be committee I say me dey play back bi no because Albert na unko hu ablo dey waka me say me dey me dey tell me say wait well ablo dey a very good player even training grounds of India bro so the you hu you say ya dey on fanting to me dey all kind dey na me enche that name because name dey all kind.
Okay.
You see, I can't book with you now. And I'm young as I did pressure and because I'm one no more. Every day, be I'm boy, you can do it. Coach with your best friend. When you should come over, come friend. Albert. Be a near and like. But two for Banisana, all player and who say I'll be with you or did you? And he said, like, who feel say like pressure be at house. Because who will be our support. Well, media mean because let me say maybe who mistake Indian say okay send me checking and I say come the ball about left side and I'm block. But maybe say me take you on him to me shake keep on number. But we are there. Come on, me want to see me.
We so you know say I go here who say it was a clear score opportunity. But the second question, how do you feel because you must give the man of the match to as a one son now a striker and then we now some team one will do and say one and I'm strikers and I'm money that man of the match and we didn't take off an eye as a sign about baby. How do you feel about that?
I mean like you don't have to give up. You like life needs a couple 1 minute to plan I can do something with that. So media I don't give up in my life. Some say I can't seconds plan you get to go on the be able to make it.
Then, what if you have a partner, so any next is?
Well, if he well, first of all, I consider because media number and that one say me back. Only me coaching more, I think SHS, regionals. No coaching. That wasn't gonna be a me for that. And me koye be my mama red card, one on didn't me red card if you saw my boy. So we need me a check. nti me ba kotoko ne na me say sanya waji me di na wakofo ma ba ni say me man insase so in training grounds when say me oba training me no see me so because he knows me when they meet me he say me ye bi na say nya the see me so pa me so me say no no juma on wakofo ma ba so I have to listen to him.
And now only Kelvin, how was the fight?
Very good. Up and down, up, up. I was an announcer. Nobody needs maybe good taking one or no, 29. No, he won't first. Yeah, it's only the from I'm very tough.
So, but because only defend the China head in our season, so far,
give me a blessing. So, media is like your family more family more, Pia Pesamishin. And then no, and mommy encouraged me to say like I can do it because we go training ground especially when or two like a word na shego, we should go back and say you can do it, right there working one of the so and mommy encouraged me to say meet me I work with that and me very focused meet me.
Right, congratulations once again.